You're such an asshole.
Good morning, children. 13 minutes left of morning. Your Excellency, Aaron Clary. After graduating from college with a STEM degree, I was able to, despite a lack of internship and 6 months of near misses in job interviews, due to being myself, was able to land a STEM job of $60,000 per year in a low cost of living area while living at home, winning. After working there a bit, I saw that when not doing a thing that I'm supposed to do, I'm paid by the hour to sit and do nothing. My coworkers, including my boss, talk all day. My request to do other things that would make the job more productive so that I have a resume line item was discouraged in order to keep the status quo. They do not recognize my genius, obviously. And even the retiring old timers takes naps at the desks. It is so boring that I brought one of my old textbooks to feel productive. I wonder whether I've landed the dream position besides the significant commute each way from my parents' home, or if this is actually how it is most everywhere. Let me interrupt. You've gotten both. Okay. You've gotten both. Never have I ever had to go 100% throttle at any job I've had. Now, I'll be honest. A lot of that is I'm a genius and I've worked very hard and efficiently, to figure out the efficient way to do it. I will build my own tools to make things more efficient. But even then, you remember the Bell distribution curve. You should probably go pick up the book, Curse of the High IQ. I don't care what their title is. I don't care how many years experience they got. Your leaders, your bosses are the same 101 IQ fuckwits who are truly average. And they have truly average motivations and truly average insight. Thus why they're sleeping. Thus why they're like gossiping. Thus why they don't want you to rock the boat. So both are true. You got the dream job where you're getting paid a lot of money for you to essentially sit. You got an opportunity, son. Pay attention. You could take a nap, sure. Yeah, you could gossip at the water cooler, sure. Or I should have linked to it. I'll probably link to it down below. Or you have an opportunity to get all your shit done. All this back office, boring, mundane life management shit. And if you want a list of what does that entail exactly, go get my book, Zero World Problems. And so it's like when I worked security, right? I was able to do homework. When I worked security, I was able to write books. Even some of my financial employers who couldn't keep up with me, I had a little bit of extra time to do some extracurricular activities and bang out like the better part of a book. You have what I think, if you want to look at it one way or the other, is a tremendous opportunity to get your life situated. All this back office shit that's built up over college, like, have you done dental work? Do you have a living will? Have you set up an IRA? All this back office bullshit, of which I list and talk about in Zero World Problems. Can you go to the gym? Is there a gym nearby? Can you walk around the campus? Can you get your cardio? Can you do stairs? All of that. You got an opportunity. And especially now, God dang it, I put schmutz on my... God, this is going to drive me nuts. It's just going to drive me nuts. Not saying you can do it forever, but man, if you want to take online courses, is there an online course you could take? Could you get an online certification? That's what I'd be doing. I'd be stacking that shit. Can you open up I didn't even talk about this in Bachelor Pad Economics. Can you run a side business? Is there some kind of side business you'd like to do? It seems even culturally, if everyone's taking a nap, if people are like, hey, don't rock the boat, don't change the status quo, don't. They're not going to complain if you bring a laptop in and start working on some other shit. They're not going to complain if I don't know how they're going to look at you and audit it. If a guy's sleeping at the desk and they're saying, don't do that, buddy, now's your time. You're getting paid to do work for yourself, whatever that might be. So if there was a business idea you wanted to research and kind of make aims towards, go do it. If they don't mind if you leave campus, oh shit, I go to the gym. If there's a gym right next to the campus and they don't care, dude, I'd be going to the gym every day. There's a dance studio next to it. Go learn to dance. I would I would take advantage of this. But yes, it is also an incredibly taxing thing, especially for young people when you come out of college. Because you used to, like, from 5 years old to college, you're like, okay, I gotta show up, I gotta do really good to make that bitch of a teacher happy. Oh, I diagrammed the sentence right. Good boy points. Yes, it's hard where you're just work, do your best, and then you get there, and it's ethical too. Like, I want to prove to people I could. That's not how That's not how corporate America works. And yours seems to be particularly pronounced, where it's just, hey, don't rock the boat. But in general, conformance is performance. You do not perform; you conform in corporate America. Because if you go in there and start rocking the boat and ruin everybody's good thing, they're going to sabotage you. All right. And I have never seen it where working harder resulted in someone getting promoted. There's no meritocracy in corporate America. I'm sure somewhere it is, but it's a pretty safe bet it ain't where you are. So, one, you have yourself an opportunity. I would probably take advantage of it. Two, yes, it sucks not having work. But that's going to be pretty much everywhere. It's particularly pronounced where you are. That's normal. Three, I know this is a big concern for me. You're going to like, oh, my skills are atrophying. Well, yes, they are. But to be perfect, ask any engineer who's in management, like, I haven't touched engineering in years. All the shit you learned in school. Yeah, I get it. I don't want to lose it, which is why you brought your textbook. But four, you could use that opportunity to get new skills and advance. But buddy, and then yes, five, you have this ethical, like, I feel like I'm stealing, because you're going to mention later on, you worked a real job, blue collar job when you were younger, obviously. And you feel like you're no. Corporations are managed by incompetent people. Performance generally is punished. And as long as you do your job, you have every right to take advantage of the scenario and the environment they put together. Okay? And in some cases, particularly the one you're in, if you try to do, quote, the right thing, you're going to rock the boat, piss people off, and they will get you fired somehow through back channels. Now, down the road, you may say, well, hey, I've done this enough. I got my will and testament set up, even when whatever you are, 23. I got all my dental work done. I go a colonoscopy. Don't get a colonoscopy. You're too young. I got my health. Have you done research on health and nutrition? Do you know what supplements you need? I got a gym membership. I went to the gym, but now it is time to move on. Cool. But take advantage of this. Man, the ideal situation is you get some kind of other job you're paid for online, whether it's your own company you set up or consulting or some kind of contract work you can work on the side. That's what I would do. And I would just start saving the money. Among other things, right? I had great dental health when I worked at this one bank. They just couldn't keep up. And so I'd like brush my teeth twice a day, floss. I go walk around the campus, get my cardio in. You have an opportunity, despite your inexperience, you lack the context and experience to know that there is no opportunity cost. It's not like, oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. No, you're not. No, you're not. Cover your ass. Don't sit there, painting your toenails in case the boss who gives a fuck comes in. Right? Always kind of, master the art of alt tab. Always have a spreadsheet open. But yeah, man, now's the time. That's how I got ahead. More so work in security, but they expected you to work other gigs. So you got yourself your security gig. Let's continue on. I wonder whether I've landed the dream position besides the significant commute. Or is this actually how it is for most everywhere? Yes. Maybe not, again, not as pronounced as where you are, but yes, this is pretty much everywhere, especially for smart people. You don't expect your 102 IQ MBA boss to keep up with your 137 IQ ass. Do not expect them. I recommend you and anybody else are like, why is everyone so slow? Go get Curse of the High IQ. Remember, my only jobs before this were minimum wage and in customer service. So I feel like I'm getting away with embezzlement. Nope. Those are the rules they created. If you were in my position and care to advise me on this, if not, I understand. What would you recommend me do to not be assigned more work, yet step up to get that higher salary and higher title somewhere else? All right. Um, to not be assigned more work, yet step up and get that higher salary somewhere else. All right. So somewhere else, you're going to need certifications. And in your field, there seems to be several, right? There's other certifications you could get. Take CPE, take some extra courses. If you could go school online, go to school online. Take some courses online. That's what I would do. If down the road you wanted to go work somewhere else. There's nothing wrong. Like when I was in banking, they couldn't keep up. I would, like refresh my memory, do valuations, analyze stocks just to keep my skills fresh. Like, just because there ain't a gym around doesn't mean you can't do push-ups. So if there's some skills and talents you have you'd like to remain sharp, you can always practice on your own. There's nothing wrong with that. But if your main goal is to go somewhere else inevitably after a year or two saving up money, and go get those extra certifications and skills. You could work on other projects, just say ad hoc projects that you decide to put together, but maybe don't introduce it to your boss. Like you have it on your computer, and only if your boss asks you, hey, you just been sitting here with your thumb up your ass. Like, no, I haven't. Look at this project I worked on. I thought you might be interested in this. Oh, okay. So that's something you can do. But yeah, whatever your dream job is, go get those added certifications. And if people they don't give a fuck at the office, man, absolutely take advantage of it. Absolutely. Part of me just wants to check out and go monk mode, literally and in real life, hence the language study. So maybe this would be a waste of time. I want to learn another language. This is a computer language. Don't learn another language. It's not going to help you out. It in your future, let's put it another way. My book, Zero World Problems. The whole premise of that book is in yours and everybody else's future, there are chores we have to do, right? And for example, you should get a colonoscopy starting at 45, which again, you don't have to. But we push these things out. We wait until, it's upon us. I'm 56. I really got to get a colonoscopy, right? I really should set up my will and trust. I really should take my health seriously. What I'm saying in that book and telling you now is you have an opportunity to do these things you have to do in the future anyway while you're a captive at that office. So why don't you liberate your future self by doing those things now? So 35-year-old you, 45-year-old, 55-year-old you don't have to do it in the future. There's so much, and people think it's not a lot of work. No, it's years of work. I mean, now a lot of it I talk about is like a house. So you don't own a house. You can't leave it. But the gym, yeah, if you can go to the gym, if there's a gym nearby and they're okay with you working out, I'd go to the gym. That'd be one of the first things I do. The living will and things, and like I don't know what assets you got, but it's something to set up a living will. And a regular will for the assets you own. Living will is like, if I become a vegetable, please don't keep me alive. That's a living will. Well, God, I'm 23. Yeah, you could get hit by a truck. Get it done. Get it done now so future you doesn't have to do it. And then when future you has all this money, because future you, sometime it could be a year from now, future you, the company gets closed down, and then you got to go get new training. Don't wait till now while you're captive, while you're wasting your life anyway. Liberate future you by getting CPE, added certifications, added qualifications, whatever courses and things you need to take. Liberate future you because current you is enslaved yet not tasked, right? You're kept at that office, but you're not tasked with anything. Yes, go ahead, get some sleep. Sure, fine. Be that guy. Okay, sit there and talk at the water cooler. All right. I'm not saying don't go. You should go and talk at the water cooler, like, but then I would spend the majority of your time, whatever it is your project is, man, work on it. Future you has to file an LLC to start the company. All right, liberate them of that. Bring in, if you can, bring in another laptop, have wireless connection or whatever, not on their network, and then just start working on shit. I've learned my lesson that if I were to use this as a stepping stone, then I must keep my mouth shut and keep a low profile as my life depends on it, and just automate the things for myself quietly while keeping my math skills fresh and perhaps testing for a different certification as a resume pattern. Yes, exactly. Yes. Luckily, I am new enough where if I just do this now, they will think nothing of my prior foolish ambition. Deep down, I'm content with mediocrity and find the rat race useless. Yeah, you're not in the rat race. No one's there trying to impress anybody else. And I've already mentally resigned myself to a womanless existence forever. So studying this language, that's not going to help you, man. Go to the gym. Maybe it won't be so womanless. That'd be hilarious. Like I'm picturing you're in this strip mall of an office, and in the strip mall, there's a gym and then a dance studio. And I'm like, dude, in 1 year, you could become jacked and a talented dancer. With extreme gratitude, please keep it on. Yeah, yeah, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity. If you want as a starting point, go pick up Zero World Problems, but come up with a list of everything that you're going to have to do in your future that you could do at least remotely or over the computer. Do you have an IRA? Set up an IRA. Do you have an HSA? Set up an HSA. Do you have all the education you need? Go get the education you need. All these things can be done online. I know this is boring, but do you have a bunch of subscription services that you should probably go through your credit card and cancel? Cancel those out. Do you have dental visits? When's the last time you got your cleaning? Get your cleaning every 6 months. Go to the dentist. Get your dental cleaning. Do you brush your teeth? Do you floss your teeth? Go and do that. Are there stairs? Go run the stairs, man. Just do that. Although now I'm thinking if they got security cameras, they're probably like, why are you running stairs? That might be bad. So maybe you go outside or something like that. You know your campus and your work environment better than I do. If you sit down and think about it, there's a lot of stuff you can do now that future you is going to have to do in the future, and things you could do now that will drastically improve your day-to-day life. And I would do that. I would do that. Like another thing you could do, I don't know where you live, but if it's warm enough outside, you could park your car away from the security cameras. And then, I gotta whatever, change the air filter. You don't want it jacked up or anything like that. Don't jack it up. Like, oh yeah, change the air filter. Or if the thermostat, if it's conveniently located, whatever, different, anything and everything. There is a never-ending abundance of chores you got to do. But if you do it now, it'll really take care of it. But the main ones, obviously, education, training, skills, entrepreneurship, whatever business idea you want. And if there's a gym, I'd go to the gym. But yeah, that's how I'd go. No, you're not missing out. No, you're not doing the wrong thing. This is how it is. Yeah, get your skills up. Look, if they pay you enough, may not whatever, leave this place. You could get your full-time pay, contributions to your retirement plan, living at home. And then you get another little business going on the side that you run remotely from work. You meet both job requirements. All of a sudden, you're making great money. Absolutely. Absolutely. And get rid of the guilt. Get rid of the guilt. Your bosses can't keep up with you. That's their fault. Aaron Purdue, $10 again. Man, Aaron, what's up? Thanks for all the super chats. My employer sent my work to Shitistan, where people talk like a poo from The Simpsons on the phone. My millennial marketing degree girl boss got a bonus for making number go up for 3 months. Are you joking? Did this actually happen? I can't wait to see what happens to the quality of the product. Purdue again, $2. Minnesota, where Somalians go to found a country. Yes, yes. I hope all Minnesotans pay so much more in tax because you guys, they literally voted to enslave themselves to another people. And by the way, not just Somalis. No, of course not. It was the welfare class. It's criminals. It's the nonprofit academic don't work class, like the elite Democrats, like your nonprofit workers, your professors, your academians and all that, your politicians. Congratulations. You voted. You keep voting that way. Luis, QG3QP, $5. This is how I feel, Cappy. I'm a full-time bookkeeper through you and also have second 24-hour security job. Oh, bravo, man. Bravo. Dude, yeah, working that security is like getting a pay raise. It really is. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, hey, here's in my day, it was a $10 an hour pay raise. And also have second 24-hour security job. Once bills are better, I want my own job. Well, I don't know. I'm not kidding. Let's take you in this guy's scenario. Why would you ever give up security, right? If you got to sit down and do a job, why not make an extra, I guess today, $15 an hour doing so? Fine, you got to get up. You got to walk around, do your patrols. Fine, maybe you got to do some paperwork at the end of the day. But if you're paid an extra, look, I could get paid $0 an hour extra sitting in the Southern Command office, or I could get paid another $15 an hour sitting at a different office, albeit it's like, with some minor requirements and qualifications. He's got the same thing. He's paid 60 grand a year, probably with health insurance and all that other good jazz, to sit there. Sure, he's probably got to work a third of the time, but 2/3 of the time he could be doing something else. It's really hard now you're talking making 6 figs without making 6 figs before you're 25. That's good to hear, Luis. I'm glad you're making bookkeeping money. Fuzzbrain, $5. Overemploy, stack that cash, get out of the rat race. Absolutely. Build your rocket, man. Get escape velocity from corporate employment. Heck, if you wanted, you could. How bored are you? Do you want to become an accountant? Me and Chad have that course, The World's Greatest Accounting Career. We don't teach you how to be an accountant. That's where you got to actually take accounting courses. This is like, hey, here's some things you can do. You might want to think about that. You go end up becoming an enrolled agent, which you could easily do from work. And now you got the second side gig you could do. Yeah, you got an opportunity, man. Look, the boomers and the Xers, I guess maybe the millennials, they created these stupid fucking rules. It's not your fault they're the rules, right? You want to do old school 1950s American rules like work hard, be honorable. Fuck that shit. We know better. We're the boomers. We listen to Jim Morrison. I loved it. Boomers were trying to defend themselves a little bit with that Jim Morrison thing. And now they kind of yeah, we're pretty fucking degenerate. Yeah, we're never mind. We're sorry. Oh, they won't apologize. These are the rules. Okay, we'll play by these rules. All right, that's it. Link below. Bachelor Pad Economics, the Financial Advice Bible for Men. 0 world problems. Not mentioned, or not listed below, but mentioned here was Curse of the High IQ. Probably want to get that. And then The World's Greatest Accounting Career, which is a course, not a book. It's available on Teachable. And then finally, because it's shopping month, do all your Christmas shopping through my Amazon affiliate link, also linked below, which you could find at assholeconsulting.com/Amazon, where you do not go to Amazon and you do not use the app, you punk kids. You use a computer like an old pissed off Gen Xer. And you go to assholeconsulting.com/Amazon and you click on the link and then you do your shopping. Like, is that all I have to do? That's all you have to do. Well, do I have to log in first? No, you go to assholeconsulting.com/Amazon. You click on the link, then you log in. Then you do your shopping. Is that it? Oh, new guy. Web surfer guy, $2. Seems like women are most affected by AI job. They are disproportionately affected. Yes. Because I'm sorry, ladies, I'm trying to help you. You major in dumb shit. You major in HR and marketing and dumb shit. I'd say critically the same thing about finance bros, especially finance. Those numbers can be replaced by formula. They've had financial calculators for ages. If you are not providing anything of real value that requires real work and thought and independence, you can be replaced by a formula. You can be replaced by AI. Girls should have, I don't know, tried the trades, but I don't know, be a major in sociology. You know what the AI bot, like the supercompute, the big algorithm is for the AI program that replaces sociology majors? It's one text to code that says, get other people's money. There you go. You're all replaced. Bye.
Get in the kitchen and make
nothing. Make nothing. I'm just saying maybe you should go to the kitchen. That's all. Make yourself something. That's what I say. Make yourself something. All right. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.